these are fingerless gloves. These are the smocking gloves, and we do have a tutorial on how to make the smocking, but I'm going to show you anyway. So these are fingerless gloves. Look how pretty they look. So with the thumb, that's how they look. But let's do this. This is worsted yarn. Any worsted yarn is okay. This is the Red Heart Soft.
What color is it?
What color is it? Trigo.
Wheat.
Okay. So this is number 8 knitting needles. And what I did here is that I cast it on 49 stitches. And the stitch itself is purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2. But the last one is only purl 1. And then of course on the way back to follow the stitches you knit 1, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, and you end with knit 2. So let's do this stitch because the wrapping is every 8 rows. So we have them right here, and then we need to do the wrapping here, but it needs to be alternated. So let's do that. And what I have here is that I am going to purl 2 and then knit 2 and then purl 2 on a spare needle, a double pointed needle smaller than what the needles that you're using for, and I'm using an 8, but this would be like a 6. You're going to pass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what you pass is 2 knits, 2 purls, and 2 knits. So you leave the others behind. You're going to pick up your yarn and you're going to wrap your 6 stitches around. So bring your yarn through the back to the front, through the back and to the front twice. Now you're going to pick up your working needle and you are going to be doing knit 2, purl 2, and knit 2. And now what you want to do is that you want to purl the next 2. So let's do this again. So we are going to pass into our needle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring those stitches to the front, pick up your yarn and pass it through the front, to the back, to the front again, to the back, and then with your right hand needle you are going to knit 2, purl 2, and knit 2. So that's what we're going to do the whole row, and as soon as we finish the row I will see you on the way back. And of course we ended with purl 1. So on the next row it's very interesting because we do not want to have that many stitches, and we want to have the 2 purls here on the right side. We want to turn them into only 1. So what we're going to do is that we are going to knit 1 and we are going to purl 2 and knit these 2 together. So purl 2 and knit these 2 together, and purl 2 and knit together, and you do that the whole row. Purl 2 and knit together, purl 2. I know that they're a little bit tight because you did the wrapping around of the stitches, and so that's why. So now you're going to knit these two together, and I'll see you at the end of this row. So now we're going to make 10 rows with these 37 stitches, because we remember that we knitted two together on the last row. So now we have a purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, and knit 2, and you're going to end with purl 1, and then on the wrong side, of course, you're going to knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, purl 2. So repeat these 2 rows 10 times, and then we will start with the thumb. We need to make this part here, because on this glove we're only repeating the smocking twice, and we need to do from here to here, and I'll be right back. So now I have my 10 rows, and we're going to be starting the thumb. So I have 18 stitches here, 18 stitches here, because we have 37. So this is the center one. So we're going to, you always follow the pattern. Please always follow the pattern of purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, knit 2, and the opposite on the wrong side. So now we have knit 2 here, and that is the middle of the thumb. That is where we're going to be starting the thumb. So I knitted my 18 stitches, well, following the pattern, and I am going to place a marker there, and that strand in between those 2 stitches, between the middle one and the next, that strand I put on top of my needle, and I'm going to knit that one through the back. I knit that one there. Whoops. So let me make sure that yeah, it's okay. So that is a purl, because we need to continue with the pattern. And then we are going to pick up that strand, because you need it on both sides of the center stitch. So pick up the strand and put it on top of your needle and knit it through the back. So now we have it there, and then we're going to place the marker right there. And now we're going to continue with our stitch. So knit 2, purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, and we continue with that stitch. So now we are on row 2, that means coming back, which is the wrong side. I pass my marker, and I am going to purl that one, knit that one, and purl that one, pass my marker, and I continue with my stitch, which is purl 2, knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, and I'll see you on row number 3. So now we're on row number 3 of the thumb, and of course we knit those last 2, and then we pass the marker. We are going to make another stitch, which is only on the right side. So we put our stitch there, and we're going to knit it through the back. And now we knit this one. We purl the middle one. we knit the next one, and then just before the marker we pick up that strand and we knit it through the back, and now we have 5 stitches for the thumb past the marker, and now we continue with this stitch. So now this is row number 4, and we're going to, this is the wrong side, we pass the marker and we purl 2 and knit the middle one and purl 2, pass the marker and continue with my stitch on this side, which is purl 2 and knit 1, purl 2 and knit 1. So now we're on row number 5, and we're going to, so now we purl 1, knit 2, and we get to the spacer and we pass it, and we're going to make one. So we pick up there and we knit it through the back and knit 2 and purl 1 and knit 2, and then we make that one right before the spacer. We pick up and we knit it through the back, and now we have 2, 4, 6, 7 for the thumb. We pass it and we knit 2 and purl 1. My grandson is not happy, he's tired. So now we're on the way back. This is row number 6, and this is the wrong side, and so we do our purl 2, pass our spacer, purl 2. No, we can't do that. We need to knit 1 so we can follow the pattern, and purl 2 and knit 1, which is the center one, and purl 2 and knit 1. There we go. So like that we have a knit, 2 purls, knit, 2 purls, and 1 knit. So now we pass our spacer and we continue with the pattern on this side, which is purl 2 and knit 1, and we continue like that. Now this is row number 7. We pass, this is the right side, we pass the spacer and we're going to make one. So we pass the strand there, we knit it through the back, and now we purl and knit 2, purl, that's the center one, and knit 2 and purl, and now we make another one right before the spacer. We make our new stitch, knit it through the back, pass it, and then we continue with our knitting, knit 2 and purl 1. So row number 8, which is the wrong side, we purl past that spacer, and let's see what we want to do. Knit, purl, knit. Now we need to purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, and purl. We pass the spacer and we continue with the stitch on this side, which is purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, and so on. So this is row number 9, and we have the purl, knit 2. This is the right side. We pass the marker and we're going to make our new stitch. We put it on top of the needle, knit it through the back, and now we knit and purl, knit, knit, purl, knit, knit, purl, knit, and we pass that strand on top of the needle and knit it through the back. And now we have the spacer. So now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, and we need 15 for the thumb. So let's continue with this, and I'll see you on the next row. So row number 10, this is the wrong side, and now on this side we are going to pass the marker and purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, and purl, purl. Pass your marker and continue with the stitch on this side with the pattern on this side, which is purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, and I'll see you on the next row. So row 13, is it 13? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 11. So yeah, row 11. So we pass the marker and we're going to, we pass the marker, we pick up the strand in between, pass it up there, and we are going to knit 2, purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, knit 2, and pass that strand in between up on your needle, knit it through the back, and now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 on the thumb. We pass that marker and we continue with our stitch, knit 2, purl 1. Row 12 for the thumb, we purl the 2, this is the wrong side, and now we're going to pass our marker, and let's see what we need to do. That's a knit, purl, purl, that is a knit. So we knit and purl 2, knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, purl 2. You see, you need to follow the pattern on the thumb and on the sides. So knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, pass the marker, and continue with the pattern on this side, which is purl 2 and knit 1, and continue that way. Row 13, we follow the pattern. This is the right side, pass our marker, make our new stitch, pass it through the back, and then we're going to purl 1 and knit 2 and purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, knit 2, purl 1, and knit 2 and purl 1, and we're going to make an extra stitch there before the marker. Pass it and knit it through the back, pass your marker, and continue with your stitch, which is knit 2 and purl 1, and continue with the pattern. So this is the last row for the thumb, and we're going to pass our marker, and let's see what we need to do. We need to purl and knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, and purl. We pass the marker and we continue with the stitch, purl, purl, and knit, and I'll see you on the next row. So I'm continuing with the pattern with my 18 stitches, but now I'm already done with the thumb. I already have my 15 stitches, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. So I'm going to take those off, and I'm going to place those 15 stitches on a holder. So I'm going to put them in there, and I will continue with the rest of the stitches as soon as I take these off. So there we have it. We put those in the holder, and we're going to continue knitting with the rest of, so of course you're going to leave those in the front, and you're going to continue with the other stitches in the back. So that's continue with the pattern. So knit, knit, and purl. Of course we need a purl in between these two knits and these two knits, but we're going to make it on the way back. So I'll continue doing this so you see how that is done. So this is the row in which we place the stitches on a holder. So knit, knit, purl, knit, knit, and purl, knit, knit, and purl. So I did my first 18, my second 18 on the other side of the thumb, and on this row I am going to knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl. You're going to continue with the same pattern for a few more rows until you have the length that you want. But I really want to show you how to replace that middle stitch that we're lacking. So that's knit 1 and purl 2, knit 1, purl 2, and that's where the thumb is there. So you know the thumb went to the front, but we need the middle one, which is the knit on this side. So let's place that strand on top of my needle, and I'm going to knit it through the back, and that is going to replace the knit that I'm lacking. So now I continue with my pattern, purl 2, knit 2, no, knit 1 and purl 2. So of course now I have, which is the wrong side, purl 2, knit 1, purl 2, knit 1, and purl 2, knit 1, and we continue with the same pattern. Now you will continue with this same pattern, 12 more rows, so like that you have from the thumb up these 12 rows, and then you bind off, and I'll be back. So what you want to do here, what you want to do here is bind off as it shows. So that's a knit, and that's a knit, and that is a purl, and we bind off all. I only made 10 rows from the thumb up because I thought it was long enough for me, so that's what I did. I didn't do the 12, I only made 10 rows up. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to cut my yarn, make it nice and long. Always leave long tails. So that is the way it looks when you finish knitting it. Now what you want to do on the thumb is pick up your stitches from the holder. So put them on your needle. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. And what you want to do there is to get your yarn and knit 2 rows up, but follow the pattern. So that's a knit, and that's a purl, and knit, knit, purl, knit, knit, purl, knit, knit, purl, knit, knit, purl, and knit. So now you can either bind off on the way back or make another row, which is what I'm going to do. That's a purl, that's a knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, purl, purl, knit, and the last one is a purl. So I have my beginning and my end there. Now I'm going to bind off. So, and you bind off as it shows. So that's a knit, and you purl and bind off. So that's a knit, bind off, knit, bind off, purl, bind off, and you do that the whole row. Okay, so we have the glove here. I made 2 more rows on the thumb, and what you want to do is to sew from the bottom to the top. So we're going to meet there. So like that we don't have tails. You need to leave long tails. So like that you can sew them. So go here on the very edge. There we go. And we're going to be sewing from the bottom to the top. So this is the reason why you have one purl on this side and two purls here, because when you sew them, you're going to want to go half of the stitch here, because you're going to go in and out of this part here, and then you're going to go in and out. So you're taking half the stitch here, half a stitch there, so when they come together they show two purls, the same as the rest of the glove. So let me do a few more here. So see, when you sew them together you can see the two purls there. So let's go and do a few more up. And into there. So what I do is that I go from knot to knot, and see, like that you have your two stitches there, your two purls, and that's what is showing. So this is what we're going to do when we get to this section here, because remember that we're having the wrapping on this side, but we want to do the wrapping here also. You see, this is what happens here also. The seam is there, so I did wrapping here and here when I was sewing. So that's my seam there, but I did the wrapping here and here. So let's do that when you get to this part here. So let's see, more or less this is the distance. Let's see if this is it, a little more. So this will be the distance up. Okay, so what I want to do here is that I want to go down, and this is well done. So turn your work and make a very simple knot. Take a little bit from one side, take a little bit from the other, and make a little knot so that it doesn't go anywhere. And then we're going to pick up the stitches, marking the same thing as what we did there. So pick up your stitches there. So now you have the two knits, the two purls, and the two knits, and it will be there. And let's wrap those. So you go around nice and tight, and around again. Go in where you left the last time, which is right there. And now we did the same thing as what we have here and here, but we're making it where the seam is. So now we're going to go down and continue with sewing. So let's make a little knot there so it doesn't go anywhere. There we go. Now let's continue with this, and we can leave that strand there, which is a good idea, because like that we can start from the top. And we can go and pick up that loop there, so we can make another one. It doesn't show. Go into the middle of this one and go into your first knot. So we do have a video on how to sew your knits if you want to take a look at it. So because it's interesting, it's, you know, you really want to have something that is well finished. So go into that next knot, which is that one there. that one there, and continue going down. So from knot to knot, remember that we do have one stitch that is going to, that's the purl, because we have 2 knits and 1 purl, 2 knits and 1 purl, 2 knits and 1 purl. So now we're sewing the sides here, and I'll come back and show you how to sew the thumb. So I finished doing my sewing, and you can see that now we have the wrappings all around, and this is the seam. Let's see, this is the seam right there. So that's where your purl 2 is, and that's where I did the sewing. And now we need to go and do the thumb. So with the thumb, we're going to, that is the tail that we put some more yarn in, and we're going to be sewing the thumb. So now we're going to go and pick up the first loop on the other side. We're going to be sewing down. So let's put that tail in because it's in the way. And put your hand there, and we go from here to the next stitch, and from here to the next stitch. So I take from this knot, so where you have the 2 to where you have the 2. So now we're going to go into where you have the crossing of yarns, which will be there. You want something nice. You don't want a big knot there. It doesn't look pretty. So let's go down, and we go to where the yarns cross, and now we can bring the yarn to the other side, and that's where the other tail was. So let's make a little knot with those 2 to secure them, and then we can weave them in, cut them and weave them in. You know how to weave in. So that's where what my glove looks like. So let's put these things in until I weave them in, and this is the way my glove looks like. So let me show you, and there we have it. So see, that's pretty, and it looks, it's very warm. So try to make these for Christmas, or at least for this winter, because they are very, very easy to make, and they're nice and cozy. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and share us with your friends. And thank you very much, and happy holidays. Merry Christmas.